Sledgelords.
The whole thing.
We're back. How you doing? This is my boy Courtney.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello.
I almost feel like we should use this as an opportunity. We don't know what we're going to do with Courtney. Let's just make that clear. Not you, but like, here at No Jumper. We know that we feel like he's talented and that he's got some good charisma to add to the mix, but I don't know if he's going to end up on Sledgelords or somewhere else or whatever. Like, I figured that this would be a good way for us to get to know him, though.
I'm psyched to meet him. I liked him from the first handshake. I was a little disappointed, though, because when you said we were having Courtney on, I thought there was going to be a chick, maybe a porn star.
Courtney Kardashian?
Yo,
Perhaps.
That happens to be a lot. So my last name is Tapper, right? So I have the name.
Like Jake Tapper?
Yeah, just like him.
You know him?
Yeah, it's my cousin.
That's sick.
Yeah, high up at CNN, dude.
Dude, my name is like a 40-year-old white woman, so I would get job interviews all the time,
Nice.
but never get the job. Because they think some like blonde with big titties is about to show up, and then I show up, and it's a black guy with big titties.
Hey, I don't mean to turn this into a red pill podcast or anything, but the white women or the women in general get a call back for the job. Courtney over here doesn't. I'm going to take that to mean that the lives of women are much, much easier than men.
You see that? We can all be offended by your negative job interview experiences.
I'm telling you.
And I can take it as indicative of the whole of society.
Yeah, they're discriminating against the black man and the white man.
But I'm going to tell
and
you,
the man.
Let me tell you how I met this guy. So we get the store on Melrose, talking like 2017 or whatever, and got a lot of people coming through, talking to me, whatever. And this guy approaches me, and he goes to like kind of give me a handshake. But as I get the handshake, I realize that there's like a little plastic bag of drugs in his hand, and I believe that it was like a big fat gram of and like a couple of e-pills and like a couple of big fat greens, and there might have even been more. Like I don't know, maybe like a couple months. It was a party pack.
Yeah.
What was the context? What was your relationship before you made that offering?
This is how I met him.
Yeah, that was how I met him.
Did you know who he was?
Oh,
generally?
yeah. I've always been a big fan of his content, but the thing is, I watch way too many movies, and I just did it like it was a movie. So I walked up to him, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Boom. And I'm holding his hand while I'm talking. I'm like, yo, I'm Court. I do this over here, so if you need any of this, just let me know, and I'll be around. And then I let his hand go, and he's just like, oh, dope. All right, cool.
And so this is the legend of that night, is because this is like kind of in the early days of me like seeing Lena, but we're not fully like hardcore 100% together. In other words, I was still cheating around and stuff. And there were these two girls that had came in the store earlier, I believe it was, who had like had made it pretty clear they wanted to right? And this guy,
Courtney.
This guy pops these drugs into my hand. And in that moment, I had this epiphany, which was that I'm going to tell my girl that we should these girls and take these e-pills together.
Wow.
And that's pretty much what we did.
Wow. It's like the discovery of fire.
I think I'm going to talk about this at my wedding.
Make a speech?
I'm going to tell her family. Yeah, probably like maybe do a speech, yeah.
Well, I'm going to be there. So if you need a ghostwriter, maybe somebody to punch up that script, that's me, dude.
Also, I would love to be there. And just give me a mic so I can be like doing like all of the mixtape drops in the background. Like, damn, son, where'd you find this?
I think my parents would totally understand.
Courtney, how do you plan on sneaking a bunch of e-pills through Italian customs?
Just get it in Italy.
Because you got to do it, man.
Yo, let me say this. How dedicated are you to stretching your butthole?
He's been working on it for years.
Have. Okay, it's been a strict regimen, and right now I'm at about 3/4 of an inch dilation most days.
Oh yeah,
with a plug.
Yeah.
That's solid. I could get my big toe in there.
Yeah, you
100%
damn near
you could.
crowning.
Yeah,
Let's crowning.
And
What is that? That's gay slang for what?
No, that's like when the baby is coming out.
I thought I remembered it from some like gay thing I heard.
Courtney, that's interesting. I wouldn't expect you to know terminology about baby birth.
Why not?
If you want to be funny, I feel like it's your job. It's part of your job to collect terminology from various like walks of life that you realistically could probably almost never use in your day-to-day life. But then when it comes around, like if somebody says something about how they like trees,
yes,
I'll just say like, oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Arbor Day.
Yeah.
And they might laugh because they might not expect me to know that Arbor Day is the day in which you celebrate trees.
I didn't know that. But I totally agree with what you're saying. If
Could
you
probably
say
come up with a
crowning,
better example too. Yeah.
But if you say crowning, hilarious. Or if I know that a larch happens to be a variety of tree, that's funnier if I make a joke about like, yeah, I was hanging out under a larch tree versus just saying I was hanging out under a tree. In comedy, it's the details, Courtney. And you seem to be a man who understands that.
I do, man. The thing about me, I'm not one of those comedians that's going to be in there humping the stool and all that wild shit. I make sure the words, exactly. You got to make sure the words are funny. So if I stand there completely still, not even smiling, the words still have to be funny. So that's what I try to rely on, the words.
Are you vegan at this time?
Bro, I got this.
See it on your arm.
So look,
let me see that too, Courtney.
He has a Hank Hill tattoo on his forearm too.
Bro, I got a cup of noodles on my leg. I got a bunch of shit, man.
Yeah, there's a cheeseburger on your right arm.
Bro, it's a whole part of the story. So back in like 2016, I decided I wanted to lie to white bitches I was meeting at Nature Well. So I got a vegan tattoo. And I'm just like, oh, hey, how serious are you about this? And I'm getting hella pussy. But then I felt like, all right, I could complete this story by just going and just negating this whole motherfucking thing with a cheeseburger. Nice. So I went and got a cheeseburger tatted on the opposite side. And when I was still, because I didn't stop trying to hit on these vegan bitches, so I was saying it's a veggie burger when they looked at it.
Nice.
You know what keeps coming to mind with me though is that I feel like one inevitable criticism that I'm kind of like inviting by even calling this out in advance is that people are going to say, they're going to like do a comparison between you and House Phone because the origin story is so similar. Because whenever I talked about House Phone, I would be like, yeah, you know, I met him at a party and he was selling Coke. And so we'd be doing Coke, yada, yada, yada. It's pretty similar to him handing me the party pack in that story. And then, but then like as soon as he's showing these like ridiculous tattoos, it's like that was a big part of the House Phone lore too, because he had the Black Flag logo made out of Xanax and shit like that. Like he had some pretty,
he had some wild
some
shit.
pretty out there ass tattoos. But I would say that like maybe you guys might fit into a similar paradigm of like hip drug dealing guys.
Yeah, no,
doing your thing in
me and
Hollywood.
House Phone was like real cool and passionate. I even seen him at the New York show, and I stopped to like give him some good words about his situation and stuff like that.
You saw him just like walking. You were just walking by or something.
Nah, dude. So check this out. I was at the New York show. I'm walking behind you. I'm like 5 feet behind you, and I'm like, "Yo, Adam." And then I think it was Josh. Josh turned around. And he's like, "What you need?" And I was just like, "Oh shit!"
What a Josh ass thing to say.
This nigga done banged Hash Brown Town.
Wow.
On me, I just had to concede. So
what, I didn't figure out it was you?
No, you didn't even turn around. You kept going, and then y'all had that curtain. And me, I'm a very respectful street nigga, so I'm not about to just walk behind niggas' curtains like that. When you go behind the curtain, I assume everybody's back there doing curtain shit. Right. So I wasn't trying to interrupt none of that.
That's crazy. I actually feel like total shit about myself hearing that because I feel like that is such a thing for me where like a lot of times when I'm at an event, I'll be trying to like really rush through that shit. And then somebody will hit me up and be like, hey, it's your cousin Mark. Like, tried to say hi to you at Coachella and you just fucking zoomed past me. But usually they're kind of like understanding, but also like it makes me feel like a shithead for just like trying to avoid any kind of normal social interaction.
Yeah, he won't even make eye contact with me when the mics go cold.
Well, there is something to that in the sense that I hate fucking sitting here talking to people before the interview starts because it just feels like I'm wasting shit that like would be really good on camera. Not with you, but like when I'm interviewing a random person and I feel like maybe they only got like 30, 40 minutes of talking in them.
Yeah.
If we waste 5 of it sitting here.
Yeah.
Not to mention if the perks kick in, you
but
fucked.
I mean, you could have not quickly tried to get me off the phone when I called you crying the other night, dude.
What are you talking about? I would gladly hear that. That would be great. So,
that'd be entertainment. I do want to bring up one thing, Courtney, because Adam clearly at the top of the pyramid here at No Jumper. Right. Undisputed number 1.
Wow,
but
thanks.
The hierarchy, you're welcome. I know that's not something that's universally accepted, but about 90% of people. The number 2 position and the rest of the hierarchy, it gets a little bit more murky. Personally, I see myself as number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 on the chain of command. And I feel a little bit slighted, Courtney, that when you and I shook hands for the first time today, you offered me your damp post-pee right mitt. And that's what I was squeezing palms with. And there was no ecstasy to be found.
Let's talk hand washing. You washing hands?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm washing hands.
But then you're giving Danny a big old filthy, sweaty, wet mitt to shake?
All right, I got to admit it. I walked past your car on the way in. That monster with the Jim Crow license plate, bro, is not cool.
Just because I have a Confederate flag proudly displayed.
No,
in my back
you have
window.
a vanity plate that says Jim Hart Crow.
I do. And it's embarrassing. I think I might have left my clan robes in the back seat today.
But then I see you, and then you got this fucking Edgar cut, and it's fucking. I'm just like, are you throwing me off now? So I was like, fuck it, wet hand.
I'm not gonna lie, I was confused for a second. I was like, damn, Jim Crow, Danny, that's irresponsible. That's worse than the MLK thing.
That was a good point.
You threw him for a loop there. For Danny was kind of like,
I was like, what
damn.
the fuck? Well, that's because I'm so used to being accused of things like that by the staff of No Jumper that I was like, holy shit. But then I was like, oh, Courtney is just fucking setting me up for a fun little bit here.
Somehow, I was searching something the other day, and I realized how many clips we have of like Danny Mullen gets called out for being racist.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's kind of just been done at this point.
It's and like there are still people in No Jumper who are accusing me of that. Like Josh just told me that was a conversation. I want to sit down with any of these accusers and just like have a talk and explain my point of view from like the comedy bits I did. But like you said, it's already been made into a bit about 3 times now.
Yeah, and it's like the more you talk about it, the more convinced I would. I'm not convinced that like anybody would care. I feel like when T-Rail brings it up, it's like, I don't think he didn't bother to watch the video that he was bringing up.
Yeah.
He just like, he knows it's a thing. Sounds controversial. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. It's just fucking, you gotta fill 10 minutes sometimes on a podcast.
But okay, can we get the synopsis? I don't want to say brief because I feel like it might be a bit of a tale. But so you were in LA for quite some time after that, and then at some point you ended up moving back to the East Coast. How did that play out? Was it because you were in fear of Aaron Carter? You don't know about this. Aaron Carter and him almost had a little scrap.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. But no, so I left LA because at the time my life had spiraled down to the point where I ended up managing dispensaries in South Central. And I'm not talking about
The nice ones.
not the nice ones, the 2 nice ones they have in South Central. I'm talking about gangs trying to extort us. Niggas drove a van through the wall. Like 2 different, like huge gang members came in there trying to extort the place. They beat up the Mexicans that was trying to repair the hole in the wall.
What do they say when they come in and want to extort you? Because I've actually known quite a few people in my day who at some point worked in dispensaries in South Central, and this is like the exact stories that they have of like shit getting broken into and robbed over and over and over. People coming in just telling them, you got to give us money. But like, do you remember what they actually said?
Dude, this is a great fucking story, and I'm glad you asked me that on this platform. So
Hell yeah.
I knew,
Questions.
You know, street guy is street guy, no matter where you at. And I know in all hoods across America, they do not play with the Nation of Islam. So all I did was buy some wired glasses and a kufi, and I already had the beard, and I went down there dressed like the most righteous Muslim because I knew they wasn't going to ask me where I was from. And if they ask me where I'm from and I say Nation of Islam, I might not get shot.
Why is that? Why do they fear the Nation of Islam?
They have a strong presence in the prisons.
Okay.
So that's like one thing. Like a lot of people, when they go to prison, they'll turn Muslim, not necessarily in LA, but it happens a lot in New York and other places because like their presence in the prisons are very strong. And that's like one reason why you don't fuck with them in the streets, because eventually some of those guys get out and they're still the same person. They just pray 5 times a day. So like it's a whole thing. But
I love a guy who's down for a disguise.
oh
Love it too.
yeah.
Wow.
Few people have that in them to go and get a disguise and then actually wear it out in public.
Well, he disguises himself as a vegan too.
Yeah, but the thing
That
is,
is pretty
chameleon.
similar, yeah.
Yeah.
when I'm not dressing like a Muslim in South Central, if I go out there like this, I look like where you from. I look like there goes the neighborhood. I look, I'm attracting those eyes.
But I kind of feel like the metal shirts give you a different vibe where I feel like a lot of Crips and Bloods might take one look at that T-shirt and be like, he's not in this game.
I was on the news the other day and they said, in reference to me, they was like, when you order AD and the wrong package comes or some shit like that. So I said, AD is on his anime shit. He doesn't do the rock T-shirts. So I'm going to find the craziest rock T-shirts. So I had Dying Fetus yesterday.
Nice.
And now
One of my
it's
favorites.
like cattle decapitation today.
Is that what that? I think I've seen cattle decapitation in a small bar in Orangeville, California.
Dude,
I don't think I have.
It's unlistenable.
I can't name one person in the Yo, you good at that.
We did it the other day,
can
so
sing.
we're probably
Yeah.
It was a clip from this where we did death metal voices, so he's had a little practice.
Dude, we're trying to form a band in here. If you keep wearing those T-shirts, you can be our singer.
Do you play an instrument?
I played 12 instruments.
I didn't even know there were 12
Like what?
instruments.
Yeah, name them all.
Bro, cello is my first instrument. I've been playing cello since I
Do
was
you think
8.
cattle decapitation has a celloist?
No, let me go. I play bass too. I play electric bass. But you said name them all. So I played like everything in the orchestra, every string instrument. So cello, bass, viola, violin. And then I play piano. I play a bunch of different drums, timpani, xylophone, shitload of synthesizers. I don't normally count that, but like tuba.
You're not fucking with us, are you?
I swear to God, I'm not fucking with
It
you.
doesn't sound like it's fucking with
What is the number that designates waltz time? Like, what's the time signature of waltz time?
3, 4.
Yeah, he knows, dude.
I
knows.
was like 1/3.
Nah, 3, 4.
I knew it was like a 3 thing.
It's 3 beats per measure. Quarter note gets 1 count. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But Courtney already knew that.
What's the most popular waltz song ever?
Beats me.
It's probably some wedding song that you're going to be dancing to in
I feel
Italy.
like there are some kind of like waltz songs out there that are like popular, like in pop music, but I can't think of them.
I think the Beatles would screw with it.
I swear I seen somebody waltz to the thong song. I may be fucked up about it.
Or you're thinking of Cisco and he was banging another dude in the ass. That wasn't the waltz.
Was he gay? Cisco?
No, actually.
Yo,
that's why
honestly-
that's fucked up that I just said that.
Yeah, that's out there.
I
now.
can't confirm or deny that, bro.
It
Let's
was
go with
such,
it's true.
It was such a consistent rumor that Cisco was gay back in the day, and this was like in the era where it was very, very difficult to debunk rumors because nobody had any media literacy and people weren't really online. And I just remember really, truly believing that he was gay for a long ass time, and now I've heard him in interviews say that he wasn't.
The tongue ring and the fucking silver 360 waves wasn't helping.
Bingo. It didn't matter if he had never put his dick in a guy's ass. The tongue ring and the silver hair, that just did it. He had nipple rings?
Honestly, I'm gonna guess yes.
Yeah. I feel it in my heart regardless.
Yeah. Perhaps even a Prince Albert. Courtney, to go back to your career as a Muslim weed manager in South Central, which God bless you, by the way.
Alhamdulillah.
I assume you were working, because I've been reading about this. My experience with dispensary raids is all through the LA Times, but the illegal dispensaries, I assume those are the ones you were working for, because since they can't call up the cops like, hey, a dude just came in here and shook us down with a 9mm, they're subject to that. The upside, though, is they don't pay taxes. So that's why there's an incentive for them to push through that shit, because they're making so much goddamn dough. Courtney, why did you have to flee the Sunshine State, though? Or is that Florida, the Sunshine State?
Oh, the sunshine's here too.
It does. It does.
So
Why'd you flee the windy city here?
So I'm working there, and then so after the shop gets super extorted and this situation escalates until the shop gets burned down, I move to a different shop, and then that shop ends up getting raided, and I'm in jail, but ain't nobody fucking with me because I'm Muslim, right? So
You brought the kufi?
I didn't take that shit off.
And they can't take it off for you, huh?
Unless they want to get sued, because if you violate my fake religion, I'm gonna actually sue you. Like, I'm suing you for real money.
Yeah. Fuck it.
How dedicated were you to keeping up the illusion of being an Islam follower? Like, I mean, if you can't come out of Carl's Jr. with a double bacon Western cheeseburger, can you?
Yeah, what if they serve up hot dogs at the prison? You can't eat it?
The crazy thing is,
Think about that, man.
the security guards and everybody there, they knew that I wasn't Muslim, but I requested that everybody call me Ali instead of Courtney. So
Smart.
yeah, so I mean, I would be ordering Tams. I have bacon and sausage and fries and shit like
So
that.
they wouldn't be tripping? Like nobody really cared that much?
I mean, nobody was trying to check what I was eating, but when you see somebody with the hat and the glasses and the beard, they look serious about that shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Or you could just be a bad Muslim. You could be like, oh, I'm the Muslim guy who still eats bacon. Sorry, I'm not perfect. Like, I mean, because you could be the Christian guy who cheats on his wife, right?
Absolutely.
What's the difference?
Yeah. And then,
That's true.
were you fake praying, Courtney?
No, but I was fake telling people that I was unavailable because I had to pray, but I was just standing in the bathroom checking my phone.
Jerking off to porn?
Sometimes.
Nice.
Damn, you came in with a phone?
Yeah.
How'd you get it in?
Into the you talking about where? I told you talking about
whatever
I
you
thought
wanna
we
talk
were telling prison stories. I'm like,
Oh
how'd you get a
no,
phone in?
I was in that bitch for like one day.
Oh.
I was in there with a couple gangbangers and a dude that beat his wife.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Yeah, I guess it's easy to be fake Muslim for one day in the joint.
Oh yeah, that was very easy.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it's crazy when you say that because I think about my early days of like, trying to get free weed and like trying to exercise the tiny amount of clout I had in like 2014 or whatever. And it was like, going to dispensaries and like, they let you in and you're so impressed by the weed and stuff. But this shit was all illegal back then. But there was like no legal dispensaries yet, or almost no legal dispensaries. So it's like they were getting shut down here and there. But for the most part, they were just kind of like floating along. And there were thousands of them all around Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. And then over the last, like, I don't know, 5-6 years, they've kind of just been slowly hammering away at them to the point where I wouldn't even consider having a legal dispensary at this point,
It's probably the guys coming around and shaking you down for protection who are more of a deterrent than the police, because the police will raid them and then the dispensary will be back in business like a week later.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's the government, dude. The government's so incompetent and underfunded. They're not going to have an incentive to go shut these places down like the Mexican mafia or some other dudes down in South Central will, because that protection money, that's significant income right
But if
there.
we start a weed truck right now, I don't think anybody's gonna fuck with us, and we can go park that shit on Melrose. Like I see it all the time of people just sitting on Melrose with a little tent and a table, and they're just straight selling fucking eights. And it's like they don't have a storefront. People are walking by buying it. It's like, I don't know. It's like impossible for me to imagine getting in trouble for selling weed like out my backpack here if I had that.
I'm not buying street weed in LA, man. There's too many stores that got it.
Yeah, but that shit's expensive. Fucking like an $80 eighth.
I don't know, but like I get my weed from like the homies out here, but
Yeah,
I normally just get it off the pound. But an $80 eighth is ridiculous. Like
that's what I'm pretty sure it is in a lot of the dispensaries
What
that
is
are
it,
on
fentanyl?
Melrose.
Got
And shit.
fentanyl in it?
No, it's just
Probably
got
not.
hella taxes on it.
Yeah.
If there weren't taxes, I'm pretty sure they'd still be selling it to you for like 40 though.
Yeah, that's why you go to the dispensaries, is so you don't get fentanyl-laced weed, Courtney.
Okay, so you get locked up for this, then how does that lead to you moving back to New York?
So after that, I was just tired of it. Like I didn't want to go back to the shop. Like I had been through a lot of shit. I was working like 15-hour days. It was worth it. I was getting like $500 a day, but it just was like making me tired. So I figured I would go back to New York just because I was done with LA. Like Melrose was dying, everything was dying.
What year are we talking? 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
Before you moved to New York, did you take your pilgrimage to Mecca?
Yeah, it's
Just
called,
fake
it's called the
pilgrimage,
High.
fake religion. Because he was pretending. I'm not saying it's a fake religion. It was a fake religion to him.
It was. It's real fake.
Yeah, but after that, like, I was still trying to do my thing. I wasn't going to work at the dispensary, but I couldn't go and trap because everybody was overdosing and shit like that. So it wasn't even smart to go join that shit. Like,
Oh, so selling pills and coke and stuff had kind of lost its allure because everybody dying?
yeah, and the thing is, people was going through sobriety breaks and shit. So
Like
I'd be
me?
fucked up for 6 months. And it's like, damn.
Damn, you moved back to New York. Curiosity leads me to believe that it might have been because I stopped doing drugs.
You were a big part of it.
Number one client, Adam.
I feel. How
on
many
the
times
wagon?
do you think I hit you up to buy drugs? I'm gonna say like 10.
Yeah, about 10. But the thing is, you had a whole economy around you.
Oh yeah. All these people around me that
Yeah.
wanted it too. You're right. Wow.
Trickle down economics.
I had half a SoundCloud in my phone. That shit was amazing.
I probably was giving his number to a lot of people that I didn't even have anything to do with it. But it's like, oh, you want something? Yeah, you take this guy's number.
What were you buying mostly during your drug phase?
Pretty much coke and Zans.
Off court? Can I call you
Probably.
Court? Can I cut your name in half?
Yeah. Only women called me Courtney.
I dabbled in lean and perks, but it was pretty much coke and Zans, and alcohol was my main thing for the Melrose years at least.
That was your shit.
Yeah, and I wasn't into selling the opiates, bro, because that shit was like fucking people up.
Well, you're a man of ethics.
Yeah, plus
You're a Muslim.
you don't want to get a call. You don't want to get a call at 3 a.m. because some rapper needs one perk in Burbank and you live in like Studio City or some shit like that, or Culver City.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to travel that far to sell him one perk at a loss. So it's like, and that's the type of shit you get when you deal with opiates. So I wasn't selling that shit.
But yeah, you got to have a mandatory minimum if you're going to be linking up with somebody in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't stop them from calling you. You can
I
tell
sleep
them
with my
no.
phone on Do Not Disturb. Is that a no-go if you're a drug dealer?
Yeah, because you might miss some big shit, bro. Especially when you selling coke. Like, I went to the nigga who owns Minecraft House. I didn't serve him,
Notch.
so he's not indicted on this shit. Don't trip. But it was a bunch of people there, And I had this thing where if I was serving people who made a certain amount of money, not you cool, don't trip.
you bump the price up 20%.
Yeah, you wasn't even making that Fousey money back then. You was a broke boy.
That was around the Fousey era, though, for sure.
But when people was a little rich, I would make these small ass bags, like less than a half gram, like a 0.3 or some shit. I'm charging $70 for that.
And say
shit.
it's a gram.
Nah, I don't say what it weigh. I say I got $70 bags.
Yeah.
So I go to those parties and shit like that and serve them shits and make a grip of money. So if I do 10 bags in that party, I made $700.
And as a coke dealer,
you leave your phone on for shit like that.
Yeah. You can't really like say no to that. Even though for me at this point in my life, I kind of feel like anyone could hit me up at 2 a.m. about anything, and I'm like, no, I'm sleeping. It's not happening. Yeah. But that's like I'm in a very different place in my life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my life, when I was doing all that dumb shit, my life used to randomly turn into a party. So I'll be in the bed trying to sleep, 2 a.m., and then some stripper call me and she tell me that 5 other strippers need some shit. Yeah. Then I'm in the strip club with them until breakfast time. Like having breakfast with strippers, fucking 2 of them later on that afternoon.
Yeah, because how often are you able to sort of turn the drug dealing into also a sexual experience?
Dude, a whole lot.
Is that considered unethical in the world of drug dealing?
Probably mostly in the world of sex.
No, hell no, dude. It comes with the job.
Seems unprofessional to me, Court.
Bro, I'm going to have to tell you off camera who this lady is, but I was boning the fucking actress.
Just say we'll bleep it.
Oh, okay. I was going to make some jokes about her history, but that'll probably give away who she is.
Pretty much.
How the fuck is she going to be doing that when doesn't she have advocacy work to be doing?
Most likely.
Isn't that her thing?
She has somebody to cancel off the
I
internet.
don't want to say anything else.
Advocating his dick.
Dude. What a pro, dude. What a pro. Covering his mouth. If only we were more savvy about airing people's dirty laundry on the podcast.
I want to make fun of her so bad right now, but I just can't because everything I can think of is going to indicate who it is.
Yeah, you can't say shit, dude.
Wow, she was a baddie at one point, though.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to be honest, that seems like it was quite a while ago.
Good stuff, dude. She loved that vegan tattoo. Courtney, at what point does dealing drugs become something that's liable to get the attention of the police?
When you make too much money.
Is that it?
Can you give us an income level where that starts to happen?
Nah, I mean, it's more so about what you do with the money, too, because you can't spend it on buildings and businesses and shit like that. Like, the only thing you could do is just enjoy life. And you can't try to make more. Like, you can't live a luxurious life. Like, with me, I paid my bills. I ate whatever I wanted. I bought whatever I wanted as far as, like, little bikes and shit like that. But
okay, but I can only these to me would be the 2 ways that I could get caught if I was a fucking coke dealer. Is A, I get pulled over or I'm at the wrong place and I get searched and the cops find fucking 30 bags of coke on me. That seems like probably the easiest way to get caught. And then the other way would be, the cops arrest some dude that I'm selling coke to, and then that guy just spills the beans. Which even with that, it kind of feels like there would have to be a couple people, or there would have to be like there would have to be more to it in order for the cops to then raid my house. Wouldn't you say?
yeah, but back in those days, I don't know if this shit was 100% foolproof or not, but I was taking Ubers because I figured if he did anything illegal, you can't search me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But I've definitely seen some people get arrested who were trying to operate on that logic. You ever see the video of Draco when he's in the back of the Uber, he gets pulled over?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
They found a gun on him and he's like, I'm a fucking passenger in the Uber. Like he knows that they must have been watching him on live or whatever when he's getting arrested, because it's like, why would you pull over an Uber and search me?
Yeah, he was so well behaved on Harry Potter.
Oh my god!
I didn't know Draco was getting up to dealing.
I will give you a pass on that because you actually have no idea who I'm talking about. But okay, so you moved back to New York, and at this point, are you determined to leave the streets behind, or are you just going to pick it back up right out there?
Nah, as soon as I landed, because so this is an old story. I ain't going to detail it, but I brought some shit through the airport, right? And I did not want to do that shit again. It's like, yo, I'm risking too much of the rest of my life just to have money this week. So I was just like, yo, I'm not doing nothing illegal. I'm not breaking no laws. If I got to be broke, I'm going to be broke. But whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm going to figure this shit out.
And you couldn't bring any of the money from your drug dealing Los Angeles life? That's fascinating to me that you just basically have to blow that money.
No,
because
you
if you
don't.
invest it.
No. I
Western
had a
Union.
shitload of money left.
So what do you do with it? How do you
Western
conceal
Union
it?
it to yourself.
Shit, I had
Is that a telegraph company?
No, you could send money like to anybody, and you could send it to yourself on the other side of the country, or you could just fly with it realistically. Because if it's less than 10,000, you're good. But then also,
You
I mean, what you
remember,
could put it in the bank,
Bitcoin was cracking. There's
Bitcoin.
mad ways to get around with bread.
put it on a gift card.
Okay, yeah, Bitcoin makes sense for washing your money, but you can't buy stocks with it. You can't buy a house with it. That will draw the IRS's attention.
You could buy some stocks.
Yeah, you could buy stocks, but you can't go and get like 1,000 shares of Apple. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, at a certain point, I don't know. I feel like you could, because what's really going to happen? Like unless it's like an absurd amount of money that you're investing in the stock market, are they really going to? I don't know. I feel like
That's what I'm curious. Like, where's the cutoff? Like, once you get over $250,000 a year, is that when you got to start being careful? Underneath that level,
Nah. The thing is, like, I feel like anytime you can see $1 million, you got to be real careful. But you always got to be careful with once you fucking with millions, you playing around, man.
Yeah.
I know people who have made millions of dollars, who have millions of dollars in cash, and have tried to like buy property with it, and I've heard about the shit that they then have to do to clean the money, where they have to like deposit small amounts of money every single month into the bank, and they have to like, you know, do all this other shit to like make it seem as if it's legit, and they have to pay taxes on it and all this shit. But it's like, yeah, I feel like in general, like buying a house is like the number one thing that you're just not going to be able to do with street money, because they need to verify your income so much.
And if there's a fire, that's a problem with all that cash laying around.
I mean, if you're in the
Network
streets,
wiped out.
if you're in the streets, what the hell you trying to diversify for, man? The only thing you should be buying is more drugs to sell. Just do that.
Reinvesting in your business.
Might as well. You figure something out.
So you land in New York, and you're doing what when you're out there?
So when I first got out there, I was just like fucking around with weed, which was like regular to me. It wasn't like the streets.
Right.
And I did that for a little while, and then I started getting sick. Like I was sick for like right when COVID started, I got sick as hell, dude. I was throwing up for like 2 weeks, and I didn't want to go to the hospital because COVID was cracking.
Wow.
So I was fucked up for like a month, and then I found out it was my gallbladder, so they took that out, and then I found out it wasn't my gallbladder. Then I had a fucking stroke from the medicine they was giving me and all that shit.
What was the medicine? And it gave you a stroke, like how?
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck was going on really, but the whole shit is still confusing to me because I ended up having another stroke after that, like a year later.
Yeah, and do you know what that one was from?
I still don't know. The thing is, like after they took out the gallbladder, it was like some shit where like I had a condition with my veins where anywhere I have veins in my body, I could feel pain.
Really?
Yeah, then the shit.
I think you have veins everywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or at
So
least I did.
I was hurting everywhere. They had me on Dilaudid in the hospital and all that shit. It was crazy.
Do you ever miss your gallbladder?
Hell nah, fuck that shit.
Does somebody ever say like, you got a lot of gall, and you're like, well, less than you think?
He tries to overcharge some guy for like a dime bag. Like, you got a lot of gall charging me those rates.
Hey, that's a sensitive issue. Hey guys, you're not going to believe it. Sledgelords got a sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. You've heard me talk about them a bunch of times before, but basically, if you're a guy who needs a little bit of extra confidence in the bedroom, Blue Chew is going to help get you there. And there are some great things about this, like the fact that it gets delivered straight to your house. All you have to do is head on over to bluechew.com, and you can consult with some of their medical providers who are basically going to tell you what dosage you need and what product would be best for you.
And we know what you're thinking. Like, oh, does this stuff work? Well, Adams feels way harder and thicker when he gives it to me. So yeah, it works.
Yeah, guys, and they also have a new style out there. It's called Vardenfil mint flavored chewables, and the active ingredients in Levitra and Staxin are involved, so you can stay hard and fresh at the same time. So if you don't like swallowing pills or anything, these are a great option for you.
Has it ever been easier to be a great lovemaker?
No, Danny, it hasn't. And they actually get delivered to your house in discreet packaging. So if you've got a nosy mailman or a friend who likes to look at your mail or anything, don't worry. It's not going to be obvious to them what you're getting into, even though there is nothing to be ashamed of in terms of needing a little bit of help in the bedroom.
Would you say, Adam, that Blue Chew, they are the general in a sexual revolution?
I think that is fair to say, in fact. And in fact, it's so fair to say that we have a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Sledgelords at checkout. That's bluechew.com. And you just are going to pay $5 in shipping. That's bluechew.com, and use the promo code Sledgelords to receive your first month for free. But are you like Like, okay, yeah. So you have your what the fuck is a gallbladder? That's what I wanted to ask.
Bro, I think that shit filters out grease or some shit like that. I don't know.
It's a good thing you're vegan.
Yeah, right.
I got a lot of homies who lost their spleens riding bikes when we were younger.
How? Like getting
Like
hit.
you just fall and your fucking handlebar stabs you in the stomach and punctures your spleen.
What does a spleen do? I just don't even have an inkling of what function a spleen serves.
I think it cleans like it sounded kind of like what he said with the gallbladder, like it cleans something.
So we got an appendix, a
Yeah,
gallbladder, and a spleen in your wisdom teeth.
Think about how ignorant you and I and everyone is to like what our organs do.
We don't know shit, dude.
Nothing.
The heart goes.
The heart
boom,
beats.
boom, boom, boom. It beats, dude. It's sick. It's got rhythm. It knows about waltz time.
Yeah, don't ask me what a ventricle is.
Every day I stare at my feces and just wonder how it got that way. Like, how did this hamburger turn into this?
Is there a lot of variety in your fecal matter?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's a separate episode, but yeah.
I'm more curious about why I chewed this motherfucking corn.
But apparently not all of it.
Yeah, I know I chewed this shit. It was mushy when it went down, but yet this shit done recornified
Damn, dude.
in my colon, and now it's a whole kernel again.
Damn, it's sort of like every kernel is Jesus, dude. It's reborn.
Because when I get the burrito bowl at Chipotle, I don't think about the corn after I order corn on the burrito bowl. And then I always get reminded that I ordered a burrito bowl a couple of days, well, probably the next day, hopefully, when I take a shit and I see a bunch of corn gleaming back at me. And it's not like the rice or the pinto beans or the barbacoa. It's not like any of that transferred to the poop, but the corn holds on.
And you got to get the corn. You
Got
got
to.
to. Because they overcharge you for everything. Like double meat is $3 extra now. Guac's almost $2. But that corn, that pads your burrito bowl. It gives you more calories. And it's free. And it's easy choice.
And you can get as much rice and beans as you want. Like,
can.
there was a point in my life where I was getting triple rice, triple beans, and the meat in comparison, it looked like a teaspoon of meat, man.
They let you do that?
Yeah, that's a life hack, man.
That's incredible because I feel like the rice and the beans keep you full. Like the protein or the carbs, like really are going to keep you full more.
Yeah.
I was confused the other day. We went to a restaurant and they bring out a basket of bread, and this pissed me off because I'm so fucking hungry, but I don't want to eat the bread. I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to like wait for the meat to come out and everything. And I actually like got fed up with it, and I Googled it. Like, why do they give you a basket of bread? Because if I'm the owner of a restaurant and I'm charging you $40 for a steak and $8 for a side of broccolini and all this bullshit, why on earth would I bring you out a bowl of bread, which is way more filling, for free, knowing that you're going to order all this other food and you're just going to be filling yourself up with the most dense thing on the menu for free?
And you're guaranteeing nobody touches the dessert menu. Out of the question if you've loaded up on bread.
You're certainly hurting the odds of the dessert menu getting used. Yeah.
And the dessert menu, boy, that's like fucking $15 extra for a
There you
slice
go.
of gourmet cheesecake.
The gist that I got from it is that the restaurants, it's like a holdover from olden times where it's just kind of always been done. And it gives you as the customer the feeling of like, oh, this is a nice place. I like this place. They're bringing me a bowl. And even though like they do this at Olive Garden, like a lot of shitty ass places too. But
Those bread sticks are pretty foul. Those are probably just as much rubber as they are gluten and yeast.
and I would almost argue though that despite the basket of bread being brought out, that people kind of order the same way regardless. And then you just like don't finish the bread and don't finish your food.
Let me ask you this. What hits the table first? The bread basket or the menu? Because if you order and then they bring out the bread, then they're just missing out on dessert.
From my experience, it's almost always bread basket, then menu.
I don't go to enough restaurants.
See, you guys look like you're going to pay the bill. So,
They don't bring you the bread. That'd be so
no,
fucked
you
up.
got to order and then probably
give you a
put a
little
card
bread.
down or some shit, and then they'll bring you the bread.
Wow.
You a big, well, let's get back to your drug dealing.
Big bread guy?
You a big,
You like bread?
Are you like white or sourdough? No,
Yeah.
Tell me more about you. So you lost your gallbladder. You had COVID in New York City.
No, I didn't
No,
have
it was
COVID.
just during COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, it
excuse
was
me.
during COVID.
Excuse me. Yeah, you thought you had COVID.
No, I never thought I had
I thought
COVID.
you said you thought you had COVID when you were
It was
throwing up.
during the pandemic. He
Yeah,
said during COVID.
Yeah,
like,
that's how black people say pandemic.
They say COVID
We say during COVID.
during
yeah.
COVID.
Okay, you didn't even for a come on, bail me out. You didn't even for a second be like, hey man, maybe I should go get one of those at-home tests.
No, we checked it, but I wasn't having COVID symptoms. I was like fucked up,
All
like
right.
throwing up and shit.
But so then how does you being a drug dealer and having multiple seizures, like how does that translate into you starting to do podcasts and stuff out there?
So I was laying down sick. I had to learn how to walk again. And my homie was doing some, my homie at the time was doing some man on the street content. And he invited me to 42nd Street to do some, do some interviews or something. So I went up there. I told some
Billy
jokes.
on the street?
Wait, what?
Our boy Billy from the...
Oh, no, it wasn't Billy. It was some other dude.
That's the guy with the TV show, right?
Yeah, the guy who put out your favorite movie.
What movie?
The gay movie. Bros.
Oh, the
Billy
guy who was
Eichner. Is it
complaining
Billy
about
Eichner?
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot that was that guy. Yeah.
What if him and Courtney were just fucking...
tapped in, selling them coke and doing man on the street skits together?
That's why his energy level's so high when he's doing that shit. Sorry, Court.
Nah, so I did an interview on there, and the shit went viral. It did like 30 million views in like 3 days, and everybody was saying, this guy should be a comedian. This guy should be a comedian. So I said, fuck it, I'm a comedian now.
Nice.
And then along with that, the dude had a podcast, so he was saying, like everybody was saying, yo, bring him on the pod, make him a special guest. So I went on there. I was a special guest. Like, I was rocking out with them for a while. I really started growing. And then, things ended over there. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to be messy about that situation. It didn't happen publicly. Mm-hmm. So things ended over there. I started my own podcast, but I just kept podcasting. When I did it, I felt like it was the right thing because I done had so many conversations with different people throughout all of my careers, whether it's working a South Central weed shop or selling coke to various types of people. I'm talking rappers and actresses and actors and bums and people who cook it into crack and smoke it and shit like that. So there wasn't a person that I couldn't speak to, and I felt like I was good enough at speaking to get paid for this shit. So I just kept it going.
Bam. I'm beginning to think that handful of drugs he gave you, best investment he ever made.
Man, it's pretty good. I'll tell you that.
Even
much.
if it hadn't transferred into doing on camera stuff, it still probably was a pretty good investment at that time.
At that time, yeah.
Samples.
It's amazing how doing something like that for somebody, how much that can pay off. Just a good first impression. A metaphorical handful of drugs.
Have you ever watched The Wire?
I haven't.
It's like a whole thing where like they give out samples of the crack. And then why would you give out free crack? Well, because people get addicted to it and then they keep coming back and robbing anybody they know to get money to buy it and everything like that.
And I wasn't trying to get Adam addicted, but I felt like...
But you would have gladly... you would have gladly continued to serve me if I did show up like disheveled, no clothes on, wearing a literal barrel to cover my nude body.
I would have fucked your life up.
Me.
I would have fucked your life up for sure. You could have came in there as Adam 12.
But I don't... If I had like a really dark period in my life where I was like, basically like homeless or had to go to rehab or some stuff, I still wouldn't be able to blame you for being a capitalist.
No, yeah, I didn't want nobody to blame me because I did have harm reduction. Like there were certain people that, I wouldn't tell to. Like, I'll go to studios and I'll see certain rappers and I'm just like, yo, if this is for your man's got to wake up and buy this shit.
That's smart. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not serving no sleep, nigga. He already seemed like he already out of it. So if he wake up and I could confirm, like, he's on his feet, he was just sleeping, he wasn't out of it, then yeah, you can have it.
So just to back up, Courtney, if Adam approached you and as he said, he was wearing a barrel and he was wearing newspaper
a telltale
shoes.
Sign of poverty is wearing a barrel.
Is that came
you don't
from
remember this from cartoons and shit back in the day?
There's got to be somebody in the 1800s who was like Irish and he lost his job on the railroad and he had to clothe himself with a barrel.
But these niggas used to cut sleeve holes in the barrel.
Oh, you got to, dude. It's got to be a functional garment.
I always thought that was the funniest sign of poverty in like Looney Tunes cartoons.
Oh, it's the best.
I'm just out here rocking the barrels.
And the broomstick with the bandana on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have every Sledgelords fan search man who is so poor that he has to wear a barrel on Google, and I am sure that something will come up.
I want to pull it up. I would love to see a turn of the century photograph of a guy from Poland with little hash marks of dirt on his face wearing the fucking barrel. But if Adam approached you with the barrel, newspaper shoes on, and said, Courtney, let me suck your dick for an ounce, do you sell it to him?
I think it might be a Halloween costume.
I'll wear that to your wedding, dude.
I think it's a Halloween costume.
Is your wedding a costume party by any chance?
Oh my God. See, this is what it really would have looked like back in the day.
Is that real?
Please, everybody, Google image search
I
this.
hope
You'll be
that's
able to
real.
find what I'm talking about.
I
don't know if it's
cattle
real.
ranch, dude.
Florida memory.
He might be a
Man wearing
rodeo
barrel.
clown. He might just be a rodeo clown, dude. That's really like the modern incarnation of the barrel wearer is the rodeo clown.
What does wearing a barrel mean? The bankruptcy barrel is a visual symbol
Oh,
primarily
shit.
of the 20th century used in there was a Wikipedia article about this, used in cartoons and other media as a token of destitution. Not intended to be realistic, it consists of a suit made of only a wooden barrel held on by suspenders, indicating that the subject is so poor that he's unable to afford even clothes. So I guess it's not like a real thing. It was like a symbol in old-timey films where they probably didn't even have like audio or vocals.
Yeah. You gotta express it.
To answer your question, though, if Adam offered to suck my dick for you said an ounce,
Yeah, you can play with the amount, but let's say an ounce, sure.
I'm going to give him the ounce and advise him to not suck dick.
That's always tough.
Send me to electroshock therapy with Mike Pence, maybe.
The thing is, like, you immediately need it, but I'll give him the ounce and I'll give him a crazy-ass speech, but you're not about to just put your crack lips on my dick like that. Like, no.
Did you know the guy who was responsible for Mac Miller's overdose?
Yes.
Because I feel like the drug dealer scene, it can't be so big. You got to like cross paths with these
Yo,
guys,
the
right?
crazy thing is, the nigga who served Demi Lovato and the nigga who served Mac Miller, I knew both of them niggas, bro.
Really?
The shit was crazy, yeah. And the funny thing is, the nigga who served Mac Miller, he was a cool ass nigga, bro. Like, well, he served the nigga that served Mac Miller. He got caught up in that shit, but he was cool, bro. He was a weirdo, but he was cool. He did a lot of dope, but he was cool. He had a Benz and a little small ass little teacup Yorkie or some shit like that.
Lena at one point got an apartment off Craigslist with like 3 dudes or some shit and ended up living with this guy and didn't even know he was a drug dealer.
Wow. That's a good drug dealer right there.
Nah, he was great at that shit. He was weird, but he was great. And the funny thing is, even with the small dog, he always carried some serious guns with the attachments and shit.
Yeah, you had a gun when you were going out doing all this shit?
Yeah. I used to carry 2 guns everywhere in LA. Like, it was stupid.
What's your weapon of choice?
380. And then my backup weapon.
Terry, try to imagine what that might look like.
What's a 380?
A gun.
I figured.
It's a burst of thunder, so it looks like a Walter PPK.
I haven't played enough GoldenEye recently. What's a Walter PPK? Is it one that goes like
the gun that Hitler shot himself with? You familiar with Hitler?
But not the murder weapon.
There we go. Okay, not the exact gun that Hitler shot himself
I know he
with.
was in a bunker and he shot himself, right?
He used the Walter PPK.
But not the one that you used to defend yourself on the streets.
I heard that Hitler killed himself in a CPK.
California pizza.
It's just a rumor.
Und Margarita Pizzen! Godoy! Mitstoy!
Yo, the crazy thing is, you did that shit mad well, and I can't even complain about it because you do jujitsu, right?
He goes to Hitler imitation classes.
I do. Yeah, that's really what I do.
I believe you. That's where the hair is going.
I do jujitsu, but I've been doing this bit lately in stand-up about how
here come the anti-Semitic shit. You better not use the Jew in jitsu, bro. I'm trying to live. But go ahead.
No, Josh is in the building right now, so I can't. But I've been doing this bit about jujitsu, how like I get so much undue respect from jujitsu because really jujitsu is becoming more of a fucking sport. You start on your butt now, on the ground, so the takedown training is lacking. You're not preparing for things like fighting on a hard surface or multiple people coming and jumping you. So it's really not as deadly. Like, you don't have to be afraid of me, Courtney.
I just don't want to get kicked in the head.
I don't know how to do that. We don't learn kicks in jiu-jitsu.
Quick side note, John Jones choking that motherfucker out up against the cage took him like 30 seconds of squeezing, like didn't even look like he had like a good position to get the fool. Like he's like a 300-pound monster and John Jones just chokes him out like that. That was unreal. You see that?
Dude, I did. He's like, there are a percentage of people on this earth who are athletic in ways that we can just never understand. Like all of John Jones's brothers are freak athletes in the NFL. Like just their coordination, their core strength. It just you and I could do every steroid known to man and train for our entire natural lives, even if we started when we were 10. And there's nothing we could do about it.
But that was a good look for dad bods everywhere because John Jones came out there looking like he was on the same program that Court's on, and all of a sudden he fucking still just demolishes the dude because people thought he was going to come back as a heavyweight and then he was going to be some huge brawling monster. Instead, he got a little belly and shit.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Unbelievable. Have you ever considered selling John Jones drugs?
If he wanted some back in 2018, yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm sure he did. I'm fucking sure he did.
go
He was
do a
in
little-
Albuquerque. You would have to make a little road trip.
little stint in Albuquerque. I know mad people who like lived in Albuquerque during his reign and would tell me that like he was a consistent presence at the bars. They knew people who would party with him. Like he was really treating himself like a totally normal guy, which is really probably not a good idea.
That's because he can fuck you up. Like, what you gonna do? Run down on John Jones?
This is semi-unrelated, but it's about famous people in bars. Did you see Patrick Mahomes' brother
Oh my god.
fucking forcibly making out with a chick? Did you see this, Courtney?
Yes, I did. And that kid is the worst person in the world before he did this.
He is.
Why do we hate
He's
him
bad.
so much? Is it just because he's a TikToker whose brother happens to be an incredible athlete and we just like seeing them side by side? It's like, no, this is a man. This is not a man. This is a TikToker.
You just got to do more, man. Like, your brother is the greatest quarterback around right now, or one of, and you just want to do TikTok dances. Like, your brother is accepting his Super Bowl trophy. You and that bitch doing the whoa and shit like that. Or
But his
that
wife
shit
is like that too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. Jackson in particular, though, I mean, he was dancing on the dead player from the Redskins number, his retired number on the sidelines. And I think that's what people hate more than anything is people. First of all, people in unearned positions of power, universally, that's a turnoff. But when they're flaunting the unearned power, which is what Jackson does,
Is that power?
with where he's at, he never has to work
Access.
again.
Yeah,
he does tours of his luxury apartment on YouTube. And
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's power, dude. Yeah, I mean, Patrick's making guaranteed like what $300 million, and he's probably going to make a lot more in his career. I mean, the State Farm ads, he's making over $500 million by the time he retires, guaranteed. Jackson's never going to have to work again. The wife's never going to have to work again. That's power, and I'm just impressed, or I'm not impressed. I'm just very confused, actually, that he was kissing a girl.
Yo, that
That threw me for a loop. I
What was
didn't
that
think
about?
that was going to be his deal. No, I was trying to explain it to Lena too. I'm like, if I'm an NFL quarterback, it's not like I'm like going to war, but basically it's like I'm going to war. It's like I'm going out there. I'm basically have to become a hero for the whole city during this. I'm putting my body and my life on the line. The least you can do is show a little bit of empathy and just be quiet. Don't make it about you. Don't be screaming. Don't be doing the TikToks, etc. Like when you see UFC wives by the ringside,
Yeah.
I mean, they're usually pretty like quiet and like respectful of the importance of what's happening. I feel like seeing somebody make it about them in a situation in which this person's livelihood and their body are on the line is just like, it's something that we never really thought that much about as a society, but we can all agree now, having seen them, that it is gross.
Yeah.
The thing about Jackson that I don't like, he just seemed like the type of dude. Like, remember when the DeMar Hamlin thing happened? I feel like Wild Dude was knocked out cold. Jackson would have been.
We could probably assume he was.
Yeah, he would have if that was who they were playing. I feel like that's the type of kid he is, and I just need proof that he's not that person, and I'll hate him less.
I don't think you're going to get that proof.
No,
But
he's
at least
that person.
We know he's straight now, though.
But my boy Jamari had
He's at least
just
by.
yeah.
Yeah, but my boy Jamari had just made a video talking all about how annoying this dude was and how annoying the wife is and everything. And then like a few days later, maybe a week later, he gets caught up for this charge of like forcibly kissing the bar owner or whatever. So before we only didn't like him because we thought he was annoying. And now it's like, oh no, you are an abuser. Now we have a real reason to dislike you. So I have no idea where his career goes from here.
And you're doing like some 1952 Ricky Ricardo abuse. Yeah, like
Get over here, you dame.
well-
I'm going to plant one on you.
like what is this Humphrey Bogart shit you trying to do?
Like Gone with the Wind, carrying
Yeah.
the bitch up the staircase.
Yeah.
Maybe this whole thing was orchestrated to dispel the notion that he's gay. Maybe he's like, fuck it, I'll take the charges. I don't care. I'm just tired of getting called a homo.
That voice is crazy. I seen what you did there.
Do you think he has to stay in the closet because he doesn't like maybe that's the one line he won't cross in terms of taking the attention off of his brother?
The one line he won't cross is
Publicly
saying he's
being gay.
Oh.
That's going to be a big deal. Everybody's going to nonstop talk about that if he comes out. But
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
he is straight. He's just giving gay to us.
That would make Pat look way more like marketable if he accepts that.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
They'll probably start getting brand deals
Like,
together.
Exactly. Think about when Dwayne Wade's daughter joined the laundromats giving back the quarters. It's like
What the
Wait, what is that? Was the laundromat get back court? Is that, is,
LGBTQ? But no, because it's like it would be.
is that a thing?
But there's no G. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah,
Laundromats giving back the. Damn.
It was perfect, but then they added like 3 more letters and a plus sign.
Yeah.
It's like laundromats giving back the quarters.
Yeah, that's not inclusive. It doesn't include indigenous people.
Yeah. Laundromats giving back the quarters in Arkansas plus.
Bro, I would love to be in your shoes the first time you're at a bar talking to a girl and she's like, oh my God, I've always wanted to date a BIPOC person. Is it possible?
I would have been like, listen, bitch, I'm from Brooklyn. I don't listen to Tupac. Because I know bi is a prefix for 2, and I know who Pac is.
No, it's black, indigenous, and people of color.
Nigga, that is Latinx for black people, and we do not fuck with it.
If I was black, I would be so annoyed. Like, why can't I just be black? Why are you trying to lump me in with hella other people?
Bro, the only people I hear say BIPOC and Latinx and all this shit is y'all, because y'all been getting canceled for being racist for so long. Y'all got to tread the thinnest line ever.
We're already canceled. We only say it to acknowledge the hilarity of the state of affairs that we currently live in.
Yeah. And I sarcastically, I'm a little bit Spanish, so sometimes I sarcastically call myself Latinx to just like try to deflect cancellation. But Adam and I have been talking about this. White people these days, like, we can't be fucking racist anymore because there's just so much heat on you. Like, and that's why we're so desperate and nervous and shaky. We're like, BIPOC, Latinx, what's the current politically correct term? We're just so scared to be racist. Whereas like Mexicans and Asians and black guys can just like call it as they see it. Whereas white people, we're out of the game, dude. We've been fucking benched in the game of racism.
I feel like it's only right for marginalized people to marginalize themselves. Because I'm going to tell you a true story. I went to this Louis Vuitton party in April, right? And I meet a girl there, right? And,
quote unquote.
And she like be talking outside and shit like that. Once I realized, like, you know, she had the extras, I wasn't going to stop talking to her. I'm with my homie. Like, it's just a conversation with a cigarette. So she's like, oh.
Is a cigarette code for her dick?
No. She's like, oh, by the way, my name's Optimus. And I'm like, Optimus? She's like, yes, I'm a transformer. I'm Optimus Prick. Bro, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Can you say that shit? Like, I'm not calling you that. What did your mother name you? Because calling you Optimus Prick is crazy.
Well, you can't dead name her though, Courtney.
Yeah, if you take her home, and you refuse to call her Optimus Prick, then you, my friend, might be a hate monger.
Yeah, I'm starting to suspect you are, Courtney.
Shit, I'm gonna have to call her OP or something like that. We didn't give her a nickname.
So you never had a sexual encounter with a trans person?
No, not yet.
We got to work on that.
I know you got the access.
Yeah, I know a few. Yeah, I know a couple great trans ladies.
There's one whose initials are GJ, who would be a great toe in the pool experience for you.
Nah, I ain't trying to do that shit.
And if you'd like to have a straight up gay experience and perhaps get your ass choked out afterwards, we know a guy for that as well.
I'm good, bro. I'm not trying to do no impossible pussy, and I'm not trying to fuck Danny. So come on,
I'm not talking about Danny. We got somebody else to do Danny's dirty work.
Did the part of you that played with Transformers as a kid get a boner when she said her name was Optimus Prime? Because I loved Beast Wars, dude. It's like
I didn't play with Transformers when I was young.
Megatron? Fucking
Nah, I was poor, man. We played stickball.
damn, dude.
Damn,
It's
stickball
from
is hard.
The good
And
old
we
generation.
had no stick. It was just handball.
What area in New York did you grow up in?
When I was younger, I grew up in Bed-Stuy, but when I was like 10 or 11 or something, I moved to the projects in Fort Greene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How old are you, Court?
I am 42.
Really?
Really?
No, I'm 32.
What the fuck?
32.
Why'd you just add 10 years to
I just
fuck
want to
with
see
me?
what I can get away with.
You could have fooled me. Like, I guess I would have been like, damn, 42. But the whole thing that was going through my head was like, damn, you're kind of immature for a 42-year-old, huh?
But you're also you're mature too.
I mean, I tread the line.
Like seasoned.
You coming in here with like a shitty Hello Kitty tattoo, like beneath that, you're like a deep dude. But you come in not taking yourself too seriously on the surface. I mean, there's like a dying lady on your shirt.
That's what I'm saying. Anybody who takes themselves too seriously should go fuck themselves.
I like it.
Yeah, like laugh at yourself, live, comfortably.
But I just wonder, like, how you and your mentality on it might change if you were in here and there was like 15 Crips and they just decided to be like, yo, what's up with the dying fetus shirt?
Oh, I would lean into that, dude. Like,
I'm a funny guy. I don't give a fuck. I never heard this band, but it seems crazy.
Yeah. I tell them straight up, oh, it's shock value, and I didn't want niggas like you approaching me.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bar.
What if somebody runs in here going, oh, la, 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 and he's got dynamite strapped to his vest and he's pissed about you fronting?
You gotta do what you gotta do, my brother. If you come in here on that mission, You got to answer the Tone. That's not my problem. Tone is going to handle that shit.
Okay, so Tone's got to maybe stop potential suicide bombers who want revenge because you represented yourself as a Muslim.
I feel like Tone could bring world peace. That's a big motherfucker right there.
We never know who Tone is tapped in with, though.
Oh, dude, he might be part of the Muslim Brotherhood too.
Or
Dude,
he might be affiliated.
what if a fatwa gets declared on our boy Courtney though?
I'll tell you what, if Tone came in here in a suicide vest, checkmate, motherfucker.
Oh, it's done, dude.
Yeah.
But
We're
Tone
fucked.
has like an NFL player's body. I feel like he would choose something else to do with his life.
Then blow himself up.
Yeah.
He could just come in here and punch everybody to death one by one.
When you picture a suicide bomber, don't you picture someone who like probably doesn't have a lot of other good options in life?
Yeah,
But that's why Osama Bin Laden was freaky, is because they said he was really tall and good looking.
I mean, I dispute that. I've seen pictures of him.
Well, as an old man.
That's true.
But I think that like because he was kind of like a hero to the whole jihadi world for a period of time.
He had motherfuckers doing his dirty work. He wasn't blowing himself up.
Boss.
That's the smartest ones. If honestly, where you want to be in the caliphate?
I want to be the caliph.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to be the caliph, dude.
Get me as far away from the bombs as possible. Osama Bin Laden wasn't making vests. He didn't touch the bombs. Smart man.
But you got to give it to OBL because he is a person
No, the
who...
fuck you didn't.
What? You can't call him that?
Oh, dude, is this Osama Bin Laden? We're being showed a photo of Osama Bin Laden in a gi
Yeah.
with a black belt.
He's a black belt?
Let me find out.
He
Osama.
outranks you.
He's taking the back.
We don't know that's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? That might be Jeet Kune Do, okay?
Also, he might have had enough power that he was able to just demand
Judo?
a black belt. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like if Putin started training jiu-jitsu that they would just give him a black belt on like class 4?
I think that's how it works.
I
think
mean, you're gonna tell him no?
It's like getting an honorary degree, dude.
Yeah.
But what if Osama bin Laden was at like a strip mall in New Jersey, like while he was studying at Columbia or something, and he was like, "I like to learn martial arts," and he's in there next to a bunch of like 5-year-olds learning how to break a sheet of plywood.
Kramer.
Wait, so he went all the way to
Yeah,
he went all the
Kramer.
way to a black belt in judo just to get hit with the 223.
I know, right?
You know the caliber of the weapon that took him out, and the caliber of the weapon that took out Hitler.
Well, Joe Budden did an interview with the guy who killed Bin Laden, and I didn't watch it, but I thought it was kind of interesting that Joe Budden like branching out outside of hip hop, and he was like, "All right, let's talk to this dude."
Yeah,
I like that interview.
that guy
Did
was.
you watch it?
Yeah, hell
I gotta
yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, that guy was doing the circuit for a while. The guy who killed Osama, like he was
Really?
on the Full Send podcast. He was doing stuff with Steve Will Do
okay.
It. He made his rounds.
Nigga
Why?
did a-
Why not?
He did an on the radar freestyle.
If you don't know what that is, probably doesn't seem that funny, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing you got to give OBL is just that he clearly really truly believed what the fuck he was doing, because a lot of these like, you know, different like religious leaders, basically, like when you look at like a Joel Osteen and shit, he lives in the lap of luxury. Osama was living in a dirty ass fucking, like when they caught him, he was in this bum ass house. He's having to stay in the basement all the time. He can barely fucking leave the house, everything. Like, you know, you got to really believe in your mission if you're going to live in poverty, right?
How much of his life, I wonder, was spent in that bum ass basement?
I think like pretty much, definitely everything after 9/11. pretty
Yeah.
much.
I don't know much about his career. I mean, I should. That's an autobiography or a biography I got to read.
Well, maybe our resident Muslim could look into it for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about it and the spiritual side of Bin Laden and his quest?
Bro, thank you for calling him Bin Laden and not OBL. Because that shit was fucking with me. You
But it
can't-
sounds too much like OBJ.
Nah, I mean, I've heard nicknames like in the hood we call him Bin Laden Daddy, but
Because I had Sean Bin Laden in here yesterday. And I asked him, I'm like, it's an interesting choice of name for somebody from New York City.
Sean.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, I know you. Thank you.
yo, do you guys remember when they said the Taliban was selling bootleg DVDs?
No.
Were they?
Like after 9/11, they was like, oh, if you buy pirated DVDs, you're supporting terrorism.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I do remember them trying to say that. And I remember thinking, like, this logic seems a little wishy-washy
The
to me.
bitch
even
that
then.
sold it to me is Chinese. What the fuck she got to do with the Taliban?
Yeah, but her supplier could have been straight from the Taliban, right?
Ah, the big homie. I didn't think about that.
Wasn't it crazy how acceptable racism against Muslims was after 9/11?
That shit
Yeah.
was crazy. They was calling them towel heads and shit like that.
And it was totally okay.
regular. Like they was coming up with shit because we didn't have shit ready for them like that. Like they was coming up with new shit.
We didn't have it ready.
Like I literally heard somebody say, "Y'all jihad motherfuckers better get out of here."
I remember, like,
To you when you were wearing the cap.
No.
as a kid, I didn't really like. I wasn't familiar with like anti-Muslim racism. I hadn't really seen it yet, And then all of a sudden 9/11 happens, and there was this guy who is actually dead now, but he owned the car garage that my parents would go to get their cars worked on or whatever. And my dad was like kind of sort of friends with him. And I remember going there to get my car fixed and looking at the back of this dude's truck, and there's a big sticker on the back of it. This is like 3 days after 9/11, and it says, "Let's just kill them all and let Allah sort them out."
Oh, shit.
And I'm like 16, and I'm looking at it like, oh, all right.
So
this is some different shit.
Never forget wasn't sufficient. He went all the way balls to the wall with it.
I later like realized that this guy was just an all-around racist, and that I had kind of like missed out on it until I was like older. But yeah, I mean, like, how do you just have a fucking bumper sticker like that 2 days after 9/11?
And it was totally state sponsored because clearly, like, the government wanted us to go invade some shit for reasons that were pretty flimsy. Like, what did Iraq have to do with fucking 9/11 or whatever?
But 98% of Americans supported it.
But yeah, just because they were like, they look like the same folks.
We got to do something. Yeah.
That's why they had bumper stickers with that little kid pissing on the Iraq flag. Of course they supported it.
I don't feel like that's hate speech. I feel like Calvin pissing on something should be taken out of the hate speech conversation. Don't you think?
It's just so cute. You know?
It's adorbs.
Little boy with it's so adorbs. My dad, or my friend's dad, listened to Michael Savage all the time, who was like a gnarly conservative radio host. And my friend's dad, after 9/11, just started telling like a carload of fifth graders that just got back from soccer practice. He's like, I'm telling you, we drop a nuke on Mecca, we'll have 100 years of peace.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Just 100 years.
You said fifth grade?
Just a bunch of fifth graders in the back with juice boxes. Like, oh boy, that was fun today. Just like, yeah, you think that's fun? Wait till you see me drop a nuclear bomb on Mecca.
You had a real life Uncle Jimbo.
Pretty dude, where I came from, like Orangevale, that those guys existed.
But we kind of know that the opposite of that is true now, right? Where if you like continuously blow up places in the Middle East, that the younger dudes will, you know, emerge from that. The children will grow up learning to hate America, and then they will inevitably like join organizations and wreak havoc upon us.
100%.
Or whoever they can.
And when you depose a dictator, it creates a power vacuum, and just a sketchier guy comes and takes his place. Or a guy at least who's like equally bloodthirsty, and he's going to have control of the military.
Yeah, I remember when we thought we beat the Taliban, and then they remixed it and brought out ISIS. I was like, damn. You gotta do this shit all over again. All they did was just change their name.
Wicca Wicca.
Yeah, who's
Wicca
next?
Wicca remix.
There's got to be another crew on the come up, right?
Oh, dude. So we got the Taliban, ISIS. ISIS is a good name. It's kind of sexy. Like, there was a metal band, speaking of,
Who
called
I saw
ISIS.
open for Cradle of Filth in 1997. And I remember, like, when ISIS came out a few years later, I was just like, so not the band. Like, it's not those guys I saw at the Worcester Palladium, right?
Their bassist is the minister of propaganda. Yeah, there was like a hair salon that I think is still in business by my hometown called like ISIS Salon. And I think they're good now. I think they've recovered, but it's sort of like Corona. Like, people probably weren't eager to run out and drink a Corona with a lime in it during COVID, you know? Like, sometimes shit just happens that you can never predict, and it tanks your band's ticket sales or your salon customers or your beer sales.
Yeah, everything changed after 9/11. All the happy music went away. When you think about like the happy vibe of like the 90s and stuff, 9/11 pretty much bink. Like, okay, that stops here. Everything needs to be a little bit more introspective, a little bit more edgy, a little bit more, you know, like just being happy to be an American and living in this country with a great economy and everything's going good. I feel like that kind of ended with 9/11.
Yeah.
Shit was necessary though, because that's the only way you could get from I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, to can't keep my dick in my pants.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's almost like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys' careers like went down with 9/11 in a way.
Yeah.
I might
I
be
blame
fucking up the
Eminem.
timeline.
I blame Eminem because remember that was right around the time when Eminem was on all of them hard, like anti-pop, anti-Christina Aguilera, all that shit, like fucking them
Just
up.
seems like such an easy target to knock down at this point.
If Backstreet Boys and NSYNC are like the two World Trade Center buildings, is O-Town Tower 7?
Or 98 degrees.
98 degrees.
Yeah.
Nick Lachey, he just, no
Somebody gotta be
plane
the
didn't even
Pentagon.
strike us. This is the first steel skyscraper to come down from the fire.
Yeah. So, okay, Court, I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you on the channel, but I'm glad that we got to use Sledgelords as a place to document this tale of how you went from sliding me some green hulks to being here on the pod.
Yeah, man, that was a great day for me. Actually, there's a vlog of that on the No Jumper channel
Of
the day we met. It's not. The handshake is not in it.
What day was
What
it?
a shame.
I'm gonna find it for you because I know where. I know which vlog. I know what the thumbnail is.
Was it one with Juice WRLD in it?
Nah. But I'm wearing like a Harvard T-shirt. It's when you had that barbecue or some shit like that.
Dude,
when you
Master
first
of
got to
Disguise, the Harvard T-shirt.
Oh yeah, that was another lie I used to tell me.
Fuck yeah.
But we just had so many like little backyard parties there and stuff like every weekend.
This one was the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because it was when we were brand new. I could probably go find it myself right now, but yeah, let me know what that one is because that would be an important part of history. But I just reposted on my story. Basically, all right, we got to cover this real quick. So Aaron Carter was doing a little run where he came on the podcast like a bunch of times during like 2018. And then you were there one day just hanging out on some regular shit, right?
The way I ended up there was because of your ass. I told you, I said, yo, when Aaron Carter comes in there, ask him this. I had a few questions. You said, yo, come and ask him yourself.
What were the questions?
I can't remember what it was, but I told him to tell him that he need people around him to tell him when he's bugging out because he's bugging the fuck out and shit like that.
Pretty
and then
decent advice.
When I got there, I was on some shit where he looked like he was ready to start a fight. So I'm not gonna talk to him because if he do some wild shit, I'm gonna end up shooting this motherfucker. Yeah, so like everybody knew that I wasn't gonna ask, but there was a redacted person that was working there at the time.
Such a pro, dude, with redactions.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Cam Girl.
Yeah, Cam Girl was there.
I still got love for her.
Nah, all right, cool. I just didn't know if she was comfortable being mentioned. So that's
No, the only reason why the meme became a thing of like calling her redacted or whatever is just because they did this roast battle one time, and like this is.
I remember.
So this is like this chick who used to be on the podcast, right? And at a certain point, we stopped working together. We just decided it wasn't a good fit or whatever. But we went out of it like, okay, we're cool. We're like, I seen her multiple times after that. We're always cool, smiles, whatever. And then the guys did like a roast battle, and one of the guys on the No Jumper crew at that time was her ex-boyfriend, and somebody just immediately has to like throw her name in it. She blocks me. She blocks everybody on the fucking squad. So that was nice that I had to lose that relationship.
She wasn't aware that I wasn't going to come up on camera anymore. So at the end of the interview, she's like, oh, our friend wants to ask you some questions. And I'm sitting there like, no, I'm good. So then she's like, all right, cool, never mind. They shut the cameras off. Everything wraps. Aaron Carter walks up to me, leans over, pulls up his pants, and goes, you had something you wanted to say to me? And I'm sitting there like, oh, shit, I'm getting banged on by I Want Candy. Fuck. So I was like, bro, I didn't want to say nothing to you. He's like, no, you had something to say. Why don't you say it? I'm like, oh, shit, okay, cool. So basically, I think that you need people around you to tell you when you're wilding out because you have a tattoo of your face on your face that looks like Rihanna, and Rihanna don't know you, right?
And
so,
he got it. He like met me and got this crazy face tattoo like 2 or 3 days later, which it kind of stood out to us. Like it was in the same exact fucking place as mine and shit.
Yeah.
Like it kind of weirded us out. I'll be real.
Yeah, little to no torso coverage, by the way. Like he didn't follow tattoo protocol at all.
He did have a six pack though. Because there's some photos of me and him like pulling up our shirts, and his shit is chiseled.
That's got to be genetics or cocaine use.
Drug use
I
probably.
don't think he's working
played a
out.
role.
So anyway, I'm like, yo, back the fuck up. What you doing? So he's like, oh, I got something for you. So he stands straight up and he starts reaching on his waist. Mind you, I'm carrying guns everywhere. But I took the clip out because I'm in No Jumper. I don't want this shit to, like, it's only there if somebody rushes in with a gun, whether it's fake or not. I'm sending him to Tupac, right? So
BIPOC.
good callback.
Sending him to BIPOC heaven.
BIPOC sugar.
Oh, I'm changing my Instagram name. It's over. BIPOC Shakur.
Damn, dude.
I can't do it, so you should.
Oh my god. That'd be
So-
an insane comedy character, like a super politically correct, like
But-
Tupac impersonator.
Yeah, with the Tupac cadence and everything.
Fucking up with a bandana.
Oh my god! Yeah, just do the Tupac like songs, but make them woke.
Oh,
there's your comedy routine.
Fucking unbelievable, dude. It'll pop.
You could do the BIPOC thing.
Oh yeah, that'll go over great.
Anyway, so you shot him.
No, so like
right.
he's reaching for his waist, and I'm like, oh fuck that! I'm not about to get shot by I Want Candy.
Yeah, dude.
So I reach for my shit, and I get it out. But by the time I get it out, he has his phone out. That's what he's reaching for. Apparently, he has one of those old nigga waist clips where you can clip your phone into your waist.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna. But by the time I got my shit out, his security guard, I think his name was Sal, he jumps in the middle. He's pulling Aaron Carter back. And I was like, I could have shot your dumb ass. You over there reaching for your waist in the middle of this argument. But I felt so embarrassed. I didn't want a nigga out there. So Actually, Jason was pretty tight at me too because he was just like, bro, you don't argue with people in here, something like that. He was pissed at me and I felt embarrassed, so I left. And I texted Adam and I'm like, I'm sorry for wilding out in there. You know, I know that your place of business is not for that. And he's like, dude, come on the show and talk about it tomorrow. Fuck that.
Standard Adam response.
So
You pulled a gun on a washed up child pop star? Tell me more.
He wasn't washed up at the time.
yeah, he didn't wash up for days at that time. That nigga stink. Nah,
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, bro. But after that, I went on the show and I spoke about it, and it was cool. And I felt like that was my first time on a podcast, and that was when I felt like I could do it because everybody in the comments, and you know, the comments could be vicious on the channel. They was just like, yo, this guy's like Maul, like he's cool. He's like, yo, keep him, give him some.
I feel like you've done a lot of things Maul hasn't done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For sure.
Actually, I don't know. Maul's probably sold some drugs, right?
He wouldn't admit to it. Maul was
Yeah,
not
but he
the
wouldn't
type-
talk about it, right? Yeah.
Nah, he's cool as shit though. So I felt honored by that, and I really wanted to get into the podcasting.
That's
But-
crazy because that's one of my big regrets is that like throughout the Melrose era, 2017, 2018, 2019, I should have been more open-minded to like turning some of the interesting characters that are around at the store and shit into hosts. But we hadn't really done it yet, and it didn't really like, I don't know, it just kind of felt like overwhelming. So I like when I think about that, I'm like, fuck, I should have locked in with you then. But I'm glad that we're trying some shit out now.
Hell yeah. And the thing about it also, I didn't never want to ask him for that because from the day I met him, I just seen people asking him for shit. And when I see that with people, I never want to ask them. It's like the girl I know always gets told she's pretty. I'm not going to compliment her on being pretty. I'm going to say you got a strong back or some shit like that.
You got a smooth back.
Yeah, I always play hard to get with Adam. You know, can't let him think I'm easy.
I think that, go ahead, bro.
I was looking through your Reddit today, and I saw some of your fans saying that you make $50,000 a month.
Double it.
Double it. Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
I was like 50K a month. That wouldn't even. I wouldn't ever say anything about it except for the fact that when we went to the comedy show that one time, that he was trying to like rich shame me. He was like, "Oh my god, like he's got a Gucci shirt on. He pulls up in the SUV Uber. Yeah. He's like pointing out all these things that I'm not thinking about and being like, look at your privilege. Wow.
I mean, there was just a sharp contrast because I showed up to that show in a barrel.
You jumped out the Lambo.
Rock a
though.
barrel in Uber."
Yeah, no, you seem like you got a bright future in podcasting and comedy, dude. It's been a pleasure podcasting with you, Courtney.
Yo, you know what?
Yeah.
From a racist, I really believe you, bro, because nah, fucking with you.
There it is.
No, we gotta get this cultural divide right. What is that? What is that? Are you on the spectrum?
My mom is a special ed teacher.
Oh,
Some
okay,
of that
cool.
might
I
have
was a
rubbed off.
special ed student.
So that's why he's gained so much influence from the retarded community over the years.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude. It's like you got the Muslim Brotherhood in your pocket. I got the Tards. They got my back,
Oh,
dude.
you abbreviated it.
Oh, dude, they'll show up in a short bus. They will fuck you up in the parking lot, dude. Every thread I make to any of our guests, it always has to deal with our parking lot.
Yeah, but but I noticed you haven't threatened to rape him in the parking lot, which is cool.
Well, Court is just the kind of guy, I mean, he's got the weapon that killed Adolf Hitler in his gun belt. He's just not the guy I want to screw around with.
Bumping
Yeah.
BIPOC Shakfur in his headphones.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I'm not screwing with this guy. He's a BIPOC man with 2 pistols.
Let's go.
You know what? I passed the test, bro, because when I told my mother I was coming on here, she's like, oh, it's the guy that raped people, right?
Your mom knows about my history of rape?
Only because the thing was such a huge deal. Like, it was discussed in my house, at least.
Wait. What was such a big deal?
I'm a household name.
Didn't you say he wanted to, like, choke AD until he passed out and then...
I think he's threatened to rape T-Rail, AD, pretty much everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Your
Like,
mom knew about it?
My mom is in tune, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a mom right
when
there.
I tell you I watch No Jumper, like, if I'm at my mom's house, like, I'll watch No Jumper in the living room because it's all in my YouTube recommendations and everything. Like,
That's fine.
YouTube really ain't shit outside of, like, the channels that put out stuff daily.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got a good flow.
I've been thinking about that lately is how I need to get into more Netflix shows because I save videos. Whenever I see a video I want to watch on YouTube, I save it to my watch later. My watch later has been at a fucking standstill all week. Like I'm only finding like a couple things in my subscription inbox that I want to watch per day. So I'm kind of like, all right, I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
What do you like to watch, Court?
Gay porn.
Nah,
Other than that, I mean, that's
nah. I watch straight porn, man. But I haven't been watching porn. But what I do like to watch is I like to watch the Jamie Foxx show. I'm a huge fan of Jamie Foxx.
Talented
I've been
dude.
watching The Last of Us.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah, I fuck with that. That's pretty cool.
Season finale Sunday night, huh?
Yep.
Woo-hoo-hoo. But you know what sucks is that so it's a show based on a video game, which I did not know when I started watching it.
Me neither.
But now I realize that I could, and because the show is very much based on the video game, like directly, so I could play the video game through the second series, and I could like cheat on watching the show. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
but
well, I wouldn't
I
do
could
that.
if I wanted to.
I watch a lot of HBO though. Like I'll rewatch The Sopranos and The Wire and all of that other shit, like the best of HBO, like Oz and all of that other shit, bro. Like I love those shows. Like those are so dope.
It's the best streaming platform. HBO Max, pound for pound.
Yeah.
They have the best like commitment to quality.
The comedy's great on there too.
Netflix
It
just
is.
has everything now.
Yeah. Good stand up on Netflix. Netflix is the king of stand up. Sometimes. I mean, sometimes too, it's just like a corporate name or like a chick who they're giving a huge special because she's a chick. But a lot of times they have like great quality too, as
Definitely.
far as their stand up specials.
Okay, we got another Sledgelords with Bizzle coming next. So
Bezel.
Sledgelords fans, stay tuned. Let us know what you think of Court in the comments. I'm sure you're going to do that without me telling you to do it. And we out.
We'll do that.